So for women who are totally relating to me, which I know there's so many,
Yeah.
maybe not the exact, right? Maybe they don't have a big, huge vision and they're purposely staying in fear, but they're in this, right? They're in this like like healing from it.
Yeah.
Like what is the like do they have to sign up with a coach with you? Is that the only way to heal? Like what is a step?
No.
Like what is something that somebody could do to start the process of seeing some healing, some connection?
Yeah, you start, so like anything else, and a lot of people will say this, but it really is true. You start small. So you simply say to yourself, like, one, I want everybody to know out there, all of the men and women, but in particular women, you literally are enough just as you are. So you do not have to prove anything to anybody. You're simply just enough because you were born that way. You're simply worthy because you were born that way. Okay. Now all of that's nice and dandy and all of these different things, but we need to make a living. We need to achieve the goals that we want. So you start small and you say, like, I'm just gonna sit with myself for 5 minutes a day and feel into everything that I did that day. How did it align with me and how did it not align with me? So that you can just see, like, where am I in flow? So inflow is when things feel good, they feel natural, they just come to you, it's who you are. And then where am I pushing the boulder up the mountain, basically? What am I trying to make happen that maybe if I just let go a little bit, it would take its own course, and that course might be a little bit better than I think I need to control it and make it be. So the answer to that question is literally just take 5 minutes to start. And from that 5 minutes, reflect on what felt good throughout the day and what felt like you were making things happen. Don't judge it, right? Because there's nothing wrong with either one of them. They're just the way that we're living. But once you start noticing, like, this brings me joy, this brings me flow, this feels aligned, and then this doesn't. Yet, like, making my kids lunch every day and dinner every day isn't going to be like my joy of the day, although I could find joy in it. Some days I don't find joy in it, right? But those are things that we have to do every single day. But then there's the choices that we make every day. So, I used to work at Wells Fargo Private Bank, right? I was one of their top achievers, making all kinds of money, hot shit, all of these different things. But I would wake up in the morning and say, like, this doesn't align with me. Like, it just simply doesn't align with me. I'm not a salesperson. So I'm going out there every single day selling stuff. I'm doing very well at it. I'm making a ton of money. I've got all kinds of stuff to show for it, but it simply did not align with who I am. I absolutely hate selling people on stuff. I feel like a used car salesman, right? So I had to shift and say, like, well, what do I enjoy doing? I enjoy having conversations. I love stuff like this, right? Absolutely makes me happy. It doesn't matter if I have, six interviews lined up in a day. Sometimes I'm like, that's a lot, but I still, every time I'm in the conversation, am excited to have the conversation. So, do you need to hire a coach? Coaches are good for accountability. I
Mhm.
think some of the coaches are still trying to heal their own wounds. I also think life is a journey, not a destination. So, what do I mean by that? Yes, the coaches are trying to heal their own wounds because we all are all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect, but we learn from each other. And so if you find somebody who has learned various different tools that have helped them, and that feels aligned with you, because not every coach is perfect for everybody else, right? Like, I'm an intuitive person. If you don't believe in intuition, you're probably not going to be interested in working with me, because I'm about trusting yourself, and I'm about the fact that you were born with an antenna to tell you what's right and what's wrong for you, and you have to honor that.
Yeah.